welcome to the program and is Election Review 2015, coming to you live from Ben Television. My name is Tunde Alabi. It's a pleasure having you on the program this afternoon. And we'll be taking a look, we'll be reviewing the election. That's just a couple of, about 2 weeks now. There's been so much hype about the election. It's as if we've never had an election in Nigeria. And God knows why there's so much hype around this election. So many Nigerians are very passionate about the forthcoming election. Even the international community, it's so much concerned about this election that everybody is looking forward to that election to come and go. At least we can have some respite. Joining me on the program today, I've brought you two PDP stalwarts because they are in government. There seems to be a kind of some waves around Nigeria, both at the diaspora and in the country. And so I've brought these PDP stalwarts to our views and to let us know why they think the wind of change should not sweep their government away, why they think there should be continuity in Nigeria. Joining me on the show is Honorable Hon Akinosho Hon Sowande. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
Joining Honorable Hon Akinosho Hon Sowande is Honorable Hon Akinosho. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with you. Why do you think the wind of change should not sweep away PDP after 16 years?
PDP after 16 years, I believe we should continue. We should continue because we are able to stabilize the government. I mean, we have done for the last 15 years, we have kept the army away from us, which is good. And with the programs and everything the president is doing, I think there's a need for us to continue what we are doing. Because it's not, I mean, things have been bad for some time, but since the time we have been in power, everything has been okay. We are not going to expect a magic. A Rome is not built in a day. But we believe that somebody that knows what he's doing, the president knows what he's doing, we should give him the opportunity to continue. Yes, and then, I mean, there's nothing the opposition people want to offer, really. There's really want to offer.
I mean, it's not about what the opposition actually wants to offer. It's about what Nigerians are yearning for. Nigerians are saying there's too much corruption in the polity. And so they are looking for a man that think will be able to sanitize the system. They said your president, our president, your party man, has not been able to do it.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, the presidency are doing their best in respect of the corruption. And I always say this, when people talk about corruption, I laugh. You know why I laugh? The reason why I laugh is that I believe that the issue of corruption is something that involves all of us Nigerians. All of us, right from our house, we need to make sure we sanctify what we are doing and make sure that corruption is totally clean. And I believe the PDP government, we are doing our best. We are doing our best to reduce corruption. People are talking of corruption. Let's even go to the APC state. Let's take Lagos State as an example. Yeah? For the past 16 years they have been there. Yeah, how many people have they been to judgment on corruption? I'm going to ask another question. The present governorship candidate of APC in Lagos State, can anybody tell me why did they resign from Lagos government? So corruption is, to me, is something that all of us, including the government, I mean, that this, as they always say, don't ask your government what they are going to give you, ask yourself what they are going to give to the government. Now, corruption is something all of us have to fight, and I believe PDP, as a party, we are doing everything within our power to fight the corruption.
Honorable Olajide, there's a report by the Nigerian Institute based in the United Kingdom reviewing the election. It said it's going to be a keenly contested election. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that. And for me, it's democracy at its best. When what that means is the electorate, they are more sanitized. They know what they want. They don't want a situation whereby there will be a landslide victory. No. Personally, I would not enjoy that as a politician. If it's keenly contested, then it shows that yes, when PDP wins, there's a need for us to do more. Because we know if we don't do more, then, the next time, the people might not want to vote us in. So we want to do more. We want to try as much as possible to continue with the program. We have the 2020 vision that the president is working on. And he's working keenly on that. That's a vision that is on at the moment. He wants to make sure that it gets that to a good stage by the time he leaves office. Come 2019.
Okay, talking about 2020 vision, there's another report that says in terms of disparity between the rich and the poor, Nigeria is one of the third world countries that has the widest between the rich and the poor. That the middle class in Nigeria has not been fully developed to a level where the poverty line between the middle class, the lower class, and the upper class could be reduced.
So my answer to that is, within the last 5 years that Jonathan has been in government, there has not been any government in power, be it military, be it civilian, that have created as much jobs as Jonathan have created. That is an indication that he's trying to bridge the gap between the poor and the rich. So if one is creating jobs, those jobs that are being created is creating jobs in the agricultural sectors, is creating jobs in the energy sectors, is creating jobs, in terms of, I mentioned earlier on that we've got 16 new car companies in Nigeria. Right? They're manufacturing cars, right? Part of what the federal government is looking at is a situation whereby, cars will be manufactured in Nigeria. There will not be a need for us, to start importing cars, There's no way you do that, without, you creating jobs, Industrialization, Nigeria is quite unfortunate that we are not using the resources that we have. And I will mention but a few. Nigeria is the highest producer of rubber in the world. We are among one of the highest producers of cocoa in the world. We are one of the highest producers of palm oil in the world. We are one of the highest producers of granite in the world. We've got coal. We are one of the highest producers of coal in the world. We are quite a lot of resources that are there that we are not actually tapping on. And yes, this government is now looking various ways of trying to improve the economy. And we are beginning to tap into all these various things that I've mentioned in terms of improving the resources. Yes, if you look at it, the world economy, they are beginning to recognize Nigeria as one of the four fronts, in terms of improving the economy.
Okay, all right. Let me put your hold there. Let me go to Abdul. Abdul, you're welcome to the program.
You.
Hello, Abdul. Good afternoon. Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, God bless you.
And you too.